Dave, can you tell me what a proper plate, Thanksgiving plate looks like?
Right now?
Yeah.
Why right now?
I want you to tell me right now.
Are we ready to record?
We're recording right now. This is
proper plate. You got it's just a amalgamation of everything on the table. So you got the turkey, you got the gravy, you got the stuffing, you got the cranberry sauce. Whatever else you have is just a big hodgepodge of stuff in the middle of your plate. And that's how you eat a proper Thanksgiving plate. But I'd be remiss to not include that delicious 96-calorie, great tasting, less filling Miller Lite to wash that just mess of garbage down with.
Can I tell you what you need to do though for Thanksgiving?
What's that?
Get yourself a little pint glass, class it up a little bit. It's Thanksgiving. Yeah, proper dinnerware. Just pour that golden beer, that Pilsner, just right in a nice.
If you get over the head over into like the table and it gets into who cares? Just let it go.
Yep.
I thought you were gonna forget the beverage, but I'm glad you got the beverage, Dave. Because that's
of course not. That's the most important part.
It's the most important.
How are you gonna wash that down? Turkey can be dry sometimes.
Yeah,
a lot of times, most times.
Yeah.
Especially Dave, he's got that Fred Flintstone thing going on where he just mixes everything on the plate.
You don't like that?
No, I don't.
I love that the next day. During the actual meal, I kind of have it everything separated. The next day, I just put it all in one.
Glob it onto one.
Yeah. Miller Lite's the next day though too. Yeah,
it is the next day. You can toss it on your deck, have some a nice outside refrigerator.
Yeah, it's still fall. Wow, God. Who'd have figured? Perfect.
Make it Miller time all season long. Get Miller Lites delivered right to your door. Visit MillerLite.com/redline, or you can find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. Just make sure you celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories, 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. All right, Bang, welcome to the Mid Show. We'll just keep rolling on from there. This show is presented by Miller Lite. Yeah, Dave, I thought your plate was interesting.
Did you expect anything less?
No.
Why don't you send us a picture of your plate?
Me?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
He probably has
a little bit of turkey with a little bit
turkey. Yeah, like a little slice. Oh, no skin though. No skin. Don't want the cranberry sauce touching the turkey.
Why are you talking like I'm Hanson from fucking Scary Movie 2 right now? You're using my voice as that.
Do it, Ed.
Piece of shit. Stuff the shit out of it.
I stuffed the shit out of it.
That's fucked up, Dave. That's really fucked up, dude.
Well, you eat like a pussy. Like a complete pussy, in fact.
Why does he eat like a pussy?
I don't know what that means.
I don't really know I agree with you, but I don't know what it means either.
It's like everything's plain.
Not everything's plain.
Nothing can touch each other.
I just had a sub.
You eat your peas one at a time.
I just literally had a sub
cranberry sauce. Like you can't. You don't like the one that goes like out of the can. You have to have it homemade.
This is where you're just fucking lying.
But you are a picky weirdo eater.
In some regards, yeah, I agree.
Do you at least like mix corn with your mashed potatoes, or are you just completely anti-mixing?
I don't see the need for that. It's not that I find that gross. I just don't see the need for it.
It's almost like if you're doing corn not on the cob, it makes it a lot easier.
Danny and I actually
I like corn straight up, but I like just eat them separate. I have no problem.
He eats his kernels one at a time.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? Thank you.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. You asked how I do it on my plate.
I know.
I mean, it's such a
But you're not a presentation guy, and that's fine.
No, it depends on the meal. Thanksgiving, I've said this. I was arguing with Kelly Keegan. That's the laziest day of the
fucking Keegan.
I said Kelly Keegan.
I know.
We don't like the government names?
No. All right, continue.
She'll be called Keegs.
I think it should be the laziest day of the year. You don't do fucking anything that you like. I go to casino, yeah, but like aside from that, I'm not moving an inch. My plate looks like a mess. Everybody takes part in something.
Okay. You have something you make?
I'm usually turkey duty at this point.
Really?
My dad and I are I don't trust him or them to cook my turkey.
Okay.
We smoke it now usually.
Ooh, that's nice.
And I don't trust them to not. Same.
It's just you and William Williams, right?
This year, yeah, I think so.
I love that. Like I like just you and the old man.
You each get your own turkey leg.
Yeah, dude, that is amazing.
Pull the wishbone together.
Yeah,
it's like,
and then we do gut punches and shots off to whoever loses the wishbone thing.
Over under 7.5 words spoken.
I was gonna say it's complete silence at the dinner table.
No, once the liquor starts flowing, then it usually just turns into him ripping on me for dumb shit that he saw me do firsthand when I was like growing up. Now he doesn't see it because I don't live with him. But it'll be, I remember, like,
You can find it on the internet. There's a treasure trove of that.
He doesn't know that, though. He doesn't know the internet.
That makes me sad.
Dude, I just picture heads down.
It wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good.
Turkey's good.
Does your dad have a smartphone?
Yeah, he has an iPhone.
Okay, so we
took him to like probably 2019-ish.
So we could send him like your greatest hits. In theory, if we got his number. Okay.
In theory.
Okay.
I don't know if he knows how to use the internet or anything on it. He
but
can
if we
text.
just downloaded the videos and texted it to him.
Yeah.
He would get that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What's one video you wouldn't want him to see?
I don't know. He saw the gum one. That's that he likes dipping into that well, of course. What the fuck were you thinking? Gum?
He would probably get a good kick out of the
Velcro wall?
No, yeah, but I think he'd like the high noon. What the fuck was it? The tour, the RV tour, the obstacle course.
Oh yeah,
the one that you hate.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
that
said you
one?
almost died.
I did. My lungs were crystallizing. I almost died.
You think you'd like that one?
I don't know. He wouldn't like. I don't know. Yeah, sure, probably.
Who wouldn't like that?
Yeah, who wouldn't?
You would love it if it happened to somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a great one. It's a classic.
What are you doing, Ed?
What do you mean? What am I doing?
I mean, you just asked me what I'm doing for the holiday that we have
going to my
tomorrow,
parents' house.
And then the natural course of action would be to ask what you're doing.
Yeah, you don't typically do that though. You're not a questioner. You're an answerer.
That's not true.
I would say that's pretty true.
I ask how people are doing all the time. I don't actually care how they're doing, and I typically don't want them to answer, especially in a long, drawn-out way.
Don't listen.
Yeah, and when they do start answering, I'm like, oh, God, here we go.
Shouldn't have asked that question.
Don't ask.
That's exactly what I said on last week's dog walk. With the people that overshare when you ask how they're doing.
Yeah.
The answers should just be good 100% of the time. You could, like, your parents could both have cancer and be, like, laying on their deathbeds, and, like, your dog might have just gotten hit by a car, and, like, if someone asks you how you're doing, it's just good.
Just
bottle it up.
I said last
Yeah,
week,
exactly.
it's different tones of good. If you're doing really bad, you're like, good, good. If you're doing actually good, it's good. How are you?
Good.
You know.
You're not doing the turkey trot tomorrow, Ed?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that.
Yeah.
Where, on the
Little
northwest
5K?
side?
Yeah. Making a sign.
You ever done a turkey trot? Anybody in this room?
I've done 5Ks. I don't know if I've done a specific turkey trot.
How long is a trot?
I think
it'd be 5 or 10K.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
A trot's just a 5K, I would say.
I don't know. I bet you
Because, I don't know, you could walk that in an hour.
Yeah,
You're not trotting, though,
You're
if you're
drinking a
walking.
Miller Lite while you're walking
Yeah,
the
it's
turkey
just-
trot.
I may go down to the parade.
Oh.
I've never been to it.
Thanksgiving Day parade?
Yeah.
I hate parades.
No,
Parades are fucking stupid.
I'm totally kidding.
Oh.
I would imagine going to the parade. I can't imagine doing anything. Even like
I did.
That's
a turkey
what I'm
bowl
saying.
sounds kind of shitty.
That's one thing that I wish we never
got rid of.
We
Outgrew.
did that all through, like, we were 23, 24, like tackle football tournament. Thanksgiving
was
morning.
probably early 20s when we stopped doing that.
Dude, football hurts so much now though. Like
I couldn't tell you because I haven't done it. I guess I just now I still do it, but they're like 7-year-olds. It's like my nephew just tackled me.
When we went to Northwestern, when I ran over Chief in the Oklahomas and tackled him behind the line of scrimmage in the other drill we did multiple times,
It was the same drill.
I was so sore for like a week straight.
Yeah.
Just running hurts.
So sore.
yeah.
Everything hurts. Everything hurts on my entire body whenever I do anything remotely physical.
How's your shoulder?
I can't throw. That's the only thing I can't do. I tried to throw a crab
That's
apple
the
for
best thing you do.
I know. So I need to just give it time. It's getting so I can't sleep on it and I can't throw at all. But like anything else, normal motion. I can finally put deodorant on under my left hand left armpit without
That's
pain.
what that was.
Wait, what were you saying? You try to throw a crab apple?
Crab apple for my dog down at Sydney's. Like, told him to go run for it, and I threw it maybe 30 yards, and I'm like, nope.
We used
Bad
to play
idea.
dodgeball with crab apples.
Oh yeah.
That was great. That hurt.
Well, let's see.
Have you ever made a potato launcher?
We actually did it in school.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but yeah.
My buddy Kyle and his older brother Colton and I made one when we were like 12. at our elementary school, like in the woods behind it, and that thing could shoot a potato just thunk.
That is the exact sound.
Yeah, like 200
Do
yards. Thunk.
How was
this is the stuff that he didn't get to, like the woods are where all the trouble happened. You guys didn't get to.
we had woods. I don't know why.
No, you
don't.
had woods where you told me you can't go in there because they got like prostitution rings and stuff.
What are you talking? I never
Someone told me
You're
that.
talking about devil worshippers.
Yeah.
That's
Or
true.
devil
but-
worship.
Devil
Yeah.
worship.
They have their
Yeah.
hours. We had ours.
Yeah, what are you talking? There's literally live right next to a forest preserve.
Do you believe that?
No, and those things, and those are like, I'm talking about like your woods,
Stop
not
being
forest
a bunch
woods.
of fucking loser yuppies and move around a little bit.
What do you mean? You move around a little bit.
Moved out of your parents' house
I work-
and moved down the street from them.
I work down here, you dummies. I come down here every fucking day.
Move around a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just stay and you fucking walk down Southport, and that's all you do. And
That's all you do.
Same with you.
I've lived in other places. I've lived in other neighborhoods.
All right.
That was a bad argument for you to make.
That was not a bad argument.
You were fighting from
No.
downhill on that one.
I'm not, because it's the same exact thing. It's just reverse. You guys say that to me. It
Aside
applies to you
from
guys too.
SIU, have you and your stint in New York City, have you ever lived outside that your own neighborhood you live now?
No. No.
All right. So what are
No.
you talking about?
That was my point. Is you guys have never been anywhere over there. You guys have never
On
experienced
the northwest side?
Yes, you've never
Been
really
to your house.
Yeah, for fucking 2 minutes before we
Well,
went to
thanks for the
Naperville.
invites. I felt the pressure to get out of there.
What do you mean?
You feel your pressure to leave out of there?
He didn't want me there.
Right.
I sniffed that out immediately.
You guys are morons.
How are we morons?
There's morons.
You said that you have to get out and move around, and I asked you where you've lived, and it's the Same
we have to go
place.
see his neighborhood, is what he's saying. Which we said we would do a home and home.
I've driven through the northwest side plenty of times. I don't think
I don't know if that's true.
I haven't seen a forest reserve, so there's pieces
It's,
that I missed.
I haven't been to Gene and Jude's and Johnny's and Spizzico's and the Candy Ferrara Candy Company, and that's West Side. That's Maywood, obviously Hillside area. I know enough.
That's not the northwest side. That's
I said West.
Have you been to Superdog?
Yeah,
That's the woods are like right next to
right
there.
across the street.
I've been to TBK.
I don't know if you have.
I have. I have told you that I've been going to Johnny's since high school. We used to pack up and go out there.
All right.
It's only like you. This is what I've told. You had a wedding in Oak Brook, and you acted like it was in Africa.
How do you say I acted like it was in Africa? When did I ever say something
You
about that?
were like, it was a culture shock to you. Like, oh, what's here? I'm like, dude, Ed, it's like 15
Dave,
minutes.
I've
west
been
of
to
you.
the Oak Brook Mall before.
Yeah.
There's an Apple store.
That was
that's
my mall
like,
growing
That's
up.
my closest Apple store.
That was like pretty much my mall growing up.
Yeah, I know what Oak Brook is. I just went to Michael Jordan's Steakhouse there. I got my LASIK eye surgery there. It's a good Maggiano's. I could keep going. I could keep going.
There you go.
There's a Gibson's there.
Mm-hmm.
What else is in Oak Brook?
You pretty much nailed it.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
That's about it.
Thank you.
Cheesecake Factory.
Said everything in the plaza.
Yeah, I went to the theater there. I saw.
What's
that?
that theater?
Yeah, the theater.
Hamilton?
No, just an AMC movie theater.
Oh.
What's the fucking movie with the kids? Good Boys or something? I don't know. It's besides the point. It's besides the point.
Nevertheless.
Besides the point. You guys go to Bourbon Street one time a year, and then, I'm on the south side. Like, that's like, you guys don't go around down there either?
No, I don't.
No experience.
I've been to Rhinos. I've been to McNally's. I've been to all those bars many times. I don't go out often down there.
Reynolds is closed.
I don't really go out
Hasn't been
anywhere.
open in years.
What do you say?
I don't really go out anywhere.
You
I've
just
been
walk-
I've been
yeah.
to Bourbon Street the exact same amount of times I've
guy
been to
just,
Lang's.
just
this year.
walks down fucking Southport chewing gum at the Allbirds store. That's all this guy does.
Do you...
It's chewing gum.
What's wrong with chewing gum?
Hanging out in Starbucks lobby.
Yeah, to go to the Capital One lobby.
They do have a Capital One.
I don't
lobby over
under. Can we explain those to me? Why does a credit card have a lobby?
there. They have a whole coffee shop.
I understand.
What do you
Why?
mean? Wine and dine you with some coffee, get that interest rate good on a credit card. They know what they're doing.
Huh, I guess that's
They
true.
got it's like a Pete's
Never
inside
thought
of the
of it like
Capital
that.
One. It bothers me though.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Do you have any credit cards, Ed? Like that you sign up for? I
I have two.
got a lot more than that.
How many do you have?
7 or 8.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the logic behind that?
Just
no logic, just need money. Which
No,
is fine, which is a
it's-
fine answer.
No, that's what it used to be, obviously.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
in
yeah,
college
yeah.
and shit. So I have a bunch of those that have like $500 to $1,500 limits that
Yeah.
I don't touch anymore. But you don't close them because that hurts you.
It's bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard that.
This is why credit cards shouldn't exist.
Yeah, didn't people fucking smoke you for that take?
No, but they're wrong. I'm right. We need Big T in here. Big T agreed with me 100%.
How many do you have?
Credit card. I just have one now.
How many do you have?
Just one.
Just one? Mm-hmm. Damn, 6 or 7. What, you got like one for restaurants, one for shopping, one for gas? That's pretty good.
Get that credit score up or down.
Yeah. I don't even know. What's the deal? If you pay the minimum, your credit still gets dinged?
No.
Like you need to
No,
be
as
zeroed
long as you're
out?
paying on time, you're fine.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
all that
really?
matters. Pay on time. They want you to pay the minimum as long, because then
The
if you have a
interest will keep
$500
smoking
card,
you.
you're paying off $25 a month. You're going to be paying like $1,500, $2,000 back.
I have the same name as
500.
my dad, and I'm pretty sure that they gave me like a way different credit line because
They thought you were
they
him.
thought I was him.
See,
It's a big oversight by
so
them.
many problems arise just naming your kid after you.
Dude, it's a huge problem.
Like, were you Eddie? He was Ed. If your mom was calling you for dinner or something,
Yes.
so you're
Yeah.
Eddie.
Do you have any bastard children?
Me?
Yeah.
Not to my knowledge.
If you did, would you have named him Eddie the 4th?
I don't know. That's always been a
He would be the 4th?
dude. I'm like something longer than that. On my birth certificate, it says 3,
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure it's longer than that. But they just like lost track.
Lost
So they
count.
just kept,
Well, you got to keep it going then.
do I though?
Because I think if you're a junior, like that's lame. But I have a cousin who is John Edward McDonald the 4th, and his son is John Edward McDonald the 5th. That's kind of cool.
That's like kind of like official badass. Like you're like a Vanderbilt or something. That's how I like. And you use the Roman numerals. You look like you are someone important if you have Roman numerals next to your name.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
You could be the biggest piece of shit, deadbeat, degenerate loser on earth. You have those Roman numerals, you have status.
Yeah.
So junior is if you don't have the same middle name, but if
No, juniors.
Juniors, like you have your dad, and then you say what's your middle name, Danny?
Joseph.
Danny Joseph. If you had a son, it'd be Danny Joseph Jr.
So then, what's the difference between a junior and the second?
No, there wouldn't be a second. The junior would be.
I don't know.
You could say the second, but he's still junior. It starts going by numbers. The third one.
Oh, okay.
Danny Joseph.
But I've seen the second though.
Yeah, right. Me too.
Yeah, you could go.
You know what I think that is? I think it's if they skip a generation. So it's like if your grandpa is Danny Joseph, then the junior was not a junior, it was just like Mark, and then that named it after his grandfather. That would be the second.
What are your
pretty sure
guys'
that's right.
most hated names for either gender?
Laurel.
That's a bad one.
I don't know why. Why is it bad? It's like unique.
I don't think there's anything
Laurel?
wrong with
I don't know. There's. I think Greg.
Keith?
I hate the name Greg.
Seth.
Seth is one of the worst. You were white trash if your name's Seth. Obviously, Agnes, like the old lady names, those are gross.
That was my nana's middle name, Mary Agnes.
Gross.
I always
Gross
thought Garrett. I always thought Garrett was kind of hillbilly.
Garrett.
My brother's name, so it checks out.
Isn't he like super smart though?
Yeah.
So he's not.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's like, it reminds me, Danny Joseph. Remember the time where you kept like wanting us to call you DJ?
Shut the fuck up.
That was fucking
You walked
weird.
around asking people to call you DJ.
Eddie
loser.
probably tried making it a thing.
Yo, it's
Just
DJ.
call him Deej.
It's DJ. Yo,
All right,
Danny,
Deej.
DJ.
I'm grateful this Thanksgiving that my parents never nicknamed me DJ.
So you imagine? Who is DJ? The girl from
Full House.
Full House,
House. DJ Tanner.
DJ. Why the fuck? What kind of girl wanted to go by DJ?
Yeah,
What a disservice.
I kind of think going by initials in general it was a white trash move.
And
You think
DJ
so?
is already something.
TJ. I always feel like it's a J. TJ, DJ,
It's always a J.
PJ.
It's always a J.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm typically, I don't know.
What?
I mean, DJ is really tough because it's like
You
a
sound
profession.
a disc jockey.
yeah, it's a profession.
DJ Conrad.
We did the rundown yesterday and they were talking about that kid who committed all this fraud and this shipping fraud. And then it was like the last little byline of the article and like, oh yeah, and he's also a DJ. It's like, of course he is.
Yeah.
Fucking course he is. This douchebag Miami kid running a fraud scheme, also a DJ.
That's his move.
Yep.
Who's got an initial? Will Fuller 5, right?
Yep.
He had the V.
He had the V. Trying to think. I feel like you see it more. Patrick Surtain the second. I feel like he had the 2 on there.
Are you a Roman numeral guy?
What do you mean?
Like, are you pro or con? It's pretty simple.
I'm going to go ahead and say I'm con.
All right.
Yeah.
I like reading my numbers as the numbers, not letters and all that shit. So,
Yeah, like
do you know where they come from?
Rome,
The numbers that we commonly use.
Middle East, correct?
Yeah.
Egypt, I want to say.
No, it was like
base
Sumeria
10 system.
Yeah.
It originated in the Middle East. I forget exactly where.
Roman numerals, they have their place though. You like seeing them pop up, like Super Bowl, doing an outline.
That's the only time
I'll say that once it got to whatever the XL was for the Super Bowl, after that I was out.
Yeah, I don't know what Super Bowl they're on anymore. 60 something, 65.
You would know.
You'd
if
have
they
to
just
add up an
regular
X
numbers.
and a V and an L and I's and all that shit.
Yeah, I'd probably know the numbers more if it was just regular numbers. I don't like that.
Ryan brought up The Handmaid's Tale. How far into it are you?
Season 2, episode 3.
Okay, I'm gonna give it another. Once we get back from break, then we can really talk about it. I am so excited for you to catch up.
Yeah.
I am almost done with season 4. Season 4 is some of the best television I've ever watched in my life. And
Damn.
Elizabeth Moss, the main character, the actress that plays the main character, deserves every fucking award she won for it. She's a big
Scientology person.
Is she?
Yeah.
She's a weirdo.
Yeah.
She's great in this show. I can separate art from artist. I don't give a shit. Go pray to whatever
She
want.
She's been in. She might have like the greatest career of all time for TV shows.
Why say that?
She did West Wing.
Never watched it.
But critically acclaimed, great show.
Mm-hmm.
Mad Men. She was like the second lead. You never saw it, but amazing show, and she was great. And then now Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, she's fucking so good.
Yeah,
so good.
Nice. You guys could save those chats for the break room. That sounds good.
I need, because I guess like 98% of the people that watch this show were chicks, but it's not a chick show.
It's not a chick show at all.
No, but that's
You're
like what
watching
the audience,
it with a chick, correct?
Sure, but it's not a chick show.
But it would never cross your desk if you weren't watching it with a chick.
But that's why I want to talk about it, is because it needs to cross the desk of other like dudes.
All right,
it's that good of a show.
Okay.
I don't think people think it's a chick show.
But that was the audience breakdown. Like, I've seen it. It's like guys didn't, for whatever reason, seek it out. Well, I think it's pretty
good.
obvious.
You guys could go get a fucking coffee downstairs.
You need to watch it, Ed.
Why don't you watch
about
it?
while you wipe Chief's pussy.
Why don't you watch it?
It'll be good.
Why don't you watch it?
Did you just call Chief a pussy?
No, I said we could wipe his pussy.
The Chief had a pussy. Correction.
You have a pussy?
No.
Come on, Dave. What's
this guy's just at home jerking off the ring light cameras.
Yeah,
instead.
exactly.
Yeah.
He's got no depth whatsoever in that noggin of his.
Depth. The guy with no lights in his house telling me I have depth.
I have all the lights in the world.
He's grown.
I choose not to watch TV with lights on because that's weird.
What do you mean? You know, this fucking never mind. I was gonna tell you, I went to his burrito dealer.
Oh, how was it?
I don't know how Dave lives over there.
What do you
This
mean?
place, there's a high school that got out at the same time when I went. It was like I thought
Pandora's box.
Yeah, I thought I was
know.
gonna be like in the Purge. Like I thought I wasn't gonna make it. I thought I was gonna get like fucking left for dead.
Can we focus on the burrito though? You didn't go with me, first of all, because then I would have guided you through the process.
What kind of
That
process?
sounds like an awful process.
What kind of process is there for
you just
ordering a burrito?
You got to get double steak.
Get this?
That's it.
Yeah, and you got to go. You got to know when to go.
That's the process.
I'm going on the way home today. I know when to go. Ed went when school got out, so of course the line's like around the block because the guys' burritos, they're cracked burritos. They're incredible burritos.
No one was getting the Mexican food though, Dave. People were just
they were
getting
the
like
snacks
and
and
shit like
candy
that. Which
yeah.
that's what high school kids do.
Right.
But I didn't know. Like I'm telling you, it's the craziest place. Have you ever given out the name?
I don't.
I mean, it doesn't matter. You'll be fine.
People know it. People that have listened already have DM'd me and they're
like,
like, "Oh, that place is awesome."
Altacaro Al Jardine or something like that.
Al Jardine.
Al Jardine. Yeah.
Soft J.
Dude, this place, it's 10 to 6, which is like an anomaly for a Mexican place.
Oh, like no late night?
No.
10 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's it. Regular business hours.
So I was like, all right, I'm going to get it on the way home from work one day.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a murder scene there. Like, I couldn't believe how crazy.
It's only like that for like a maybe 45-minute window a day.
Yeah, like kids were like, "Oh, go!"
Like right after school.
They're getting after it outside,
like 3 to 4 p.m. Yeah, don't go there.
Fights and shit. Did they ever beat you up or something?
No, I said it on the podcast. I saw a fight there. It was right outside their entrance, Al Hardeen's entrance, and I'm like, I'm not getting in the middle of it. But to me, it looked like they had it under control. There was just 2 kids about to throw down. No one was getting seriously hurt, and the rest of them circled around. They threw down and then cleaned up, and everybody went their separate ways. What's wrong with that?
You're just eating your burrito while watching kids fight.
I was walking the dog. I was waiting for them to clear the scene so I could walk in there and get a burrito.
If disputes were settled with just that, we would have like very little problems in the city.
Yeah. I don't know.
What?
I disagree.
You don't a little fist fight
Fighting's
action?
not good.
No, that's not fighting.
That's fighting.
We're an anti-fighting
No.
I'm not an anti-fighting podcast.
There's a difference between like beating the shit out of someone and like mutual
squaring up.
Yeah. That's not.
And like there's an ethic to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's code of conduct.
People don't know the line.
But if he's saying if they do know the line,
but you don't know they know the line until it's over.
Well, that's
like
what
the
I mean.
line gets crossed so fast that you can't stop it.
We should teach a class where we show people what the line is.
What's the line?
If the guy's down, he's down. It's over.
Yeah. No kicking one on the ground.
Yeah. No third man in.
No third man.
Basically,
no weapons.
It's basically just hockey fights on the street.
Yeah, exactly. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Need a ref. Emotions get high.
You get people but like it's about teaching self-control.
Obviously,
and respect for your fellow man.
This wouldn't work as is right now because
there's no respect for fellow men.
Exactly. Should there be enough people that respected those ethics and that
bring back
on those unwritten rules, it would be a perfect way to live.
I've just seen so many people get cheap shotted.
Oh, totally. It's fucked up. There's no respect.
It's bad.
There's no respect.
It's bad.
You got to have respect for your opponent.
Actually, I know a kid from high school who went to jail because he booted some kid in the face on the ground.
But you can never do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't do that, no.
Remember that? This is like either right at the beginning of COVID or right before they had like that viral trend, the knockout game, where kids would just go around slugging strangers in the face as they like, carrying groceries and shit.
That's what's going to happen to Dave walking home.
That's fucked up. Last week he wished a car accident on you. This week he's wishing.
I didn't wish. I'm saying it could happen to you.
I'm 99% sure that we have that on video. You wishing us to get in a car accident. What? And my dog was in the car, so it makes it
when did I do that?
On the way down when we were leaving to go hunting.
Well, you guys are idiots.
We were talking shit about Waze, and tell him.
But thank you for bringing this up. Waze fucking stinks.
Oh God,
stinks. That app stinks.
What happened, Dave? What'd they do to you?
So for some reason, I'm typing in Sydney's address into like the Google search bar, and then that automatically pulls up Google Maps when you search it. For some reason, when I was doing that, it was having me re-update the app. And then when it would open, I kept having to update the app. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll use Ed's stupid Waze. It took me to this unlit dirt road in the middle of nowhere, Fulton County, Illinois, 20 miles from where Sydney lives.
So you're scared? Is that the problem?
No, it took me to the wrong place. It took me to the wrong place. That app stinks. How many times is it fucked up?
Infinite. Almost every time.
Almost every time. That app stinks.
No.
And you stink for even recommending it.
No.
Bless you. Yeah, Waze is trash.
It's trash.
Wait. I don't remember wishing a car.
Oh, you did. We were talking shit about Waze, and you're like, I hope you guys get in an accident. You did. You said it.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did.
You also said the dog in the front seat. That's not good.
Well,
you can't be doing that.
He was scared of the rumple strips that Dave kept running over, so he jumped in my lap.
Don't tell me how to raise a dog properly. My dog's an angel.
You can't keep dog. That's how the fucking dog in the rugs thing died, dude.
The what thing?
I understand the risks involved. Kind of goes for everybody that sits in the front seat.
No, it doesn't. That dog's not strapped up.
I had him strapped up.
Yeah.
I was holding him tight.
Didn't.
I was holding him tight. Yes, I was.
Now, how did Ace behave down
Chief
there?
used the dog to shield himself from an airbag.
Ace was a perfect angel down there.
You probably
grade
did
him out of 10.
You probably did use him to shield you as an airbag.
He did it. So he took himself for a little stroll in the mud.
I will say Dave was kind of hard on him down there, though. kept yelling at him, Ace, Ace.
No,
he was doing nothing. He was just being a good boy.
You don't want him. It's not my house. You want him to stay close in case he does do something. But he got in mud.
Yeah,
no big
that
deal.
was
Just
funny.
hosed him down. And then I guess in the middle of the night, he locked himself in the bathroom and was freaking the fuck out, like yelping to get out. And I didn't wake up. Nate did, and I guess he tried to like tunnel out of the bathroom
Through the door.
through the door.
Really?
Yeah.
Where the fuck were you?
Bit part of the door. He was on drugs. Passed out.
So was Nate though. He was just awake.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, he was perfect down there. I was actually, I'm glad because now I know I can bring him on stuff like that because
Yeah. he
it's
was
like
great.
dog heaven down there.
Was he good though?
No, he was great.
He behaved well.
He was great.
Perfect.
Because I called you in the car and I heard Dave yelling at him.
You're right, but he was yelling at him for no reason.
He fidgets around and gets antsy and
Ace,
just chill.
Yeah.
get the fuck out.
He's dead. Like he crawls on people is the only thing. So like
He's a lapdog.
he's a lap dog, but he's 70 pounds. So
Yeah.
You would hate him.
yeah,
You
he-
would
Man?
absolutely fucking hate
I
him.
don't know
and
if I
he's the
would.
best dog on earth. He's the best dog on earth.
That's quite the proclamation.
I don't know. He's pretty. Everybody fucking loves him. Sydney wanted to keep him. So did Nebraska Nate.
Who's Nebraska Nate?
He's our hunting guy.
Yeah.
He's our buddy.
What does that mean?
What words? Did I speak a different language there? He's
How
our
did he
hunting
stutter?
buddy.
Was he-
His name is Nebraska Nate.
That just
He's from Nebraska.
Sydney is your hunting buddy.
So is
She
Nate.
works for this company.
Yeah.
So is Nate her friend?
No, he's our
Family
friend.
friend and ours now.
That's all you gotta say.
He's our friend.
Nate is Sydney's-
He's our buddy.
So we went hunting, turkey hunting in Nebraska. Nate was our guide. Instantly, he's just
You
awesome.
went turkey hunting?
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
last
this
April.
is last. Yeah.
Oh, all right. I thought you
while
went
back.
turkey and you didn't get anything.
like
That's
18
horrible.
years ago. Yeah, turkey hunting.
Yeah, I would hope you guys got something. Jeez.
No, it's not turkey season.
What's it
anymore.
like that car ride home when you get nothing?
It's disappointing.
yeah.
for
It's
sure.
just you two in
debilitating.
a fucking Nissan just eating a giant sub.
It's. I had a normal size sub. He didn't. He had 24-inch sub.
You gotta stop saying that. It was 16 inches.
Like it was so big.
it was preposterously
that,
big.
You know how? Have you ever tried to wrap your lips around a shotgun, Ed?
Can't say that I
Well,
have.
you know how it's so long that you can't like reach the trigger to shoot yourself. Like that's how they say Kurt
That's a little
Cobain.
guy's short
Yeah.
arm problem. But
No,
well,
that's a thing.
Yeah, you
So-
need to talk about something,
So
Dave?
that's how Kurt Cobain died. You idiots.
That's how Kirk Cobain
Yeah, I know.
died.
Anyways, the
not
end
really,
of
though.
the
His
sub
wife did
was
it.
so long that he couldn't reach the end of it and fit it in his mouth. They were longer than his arms. Like he's trying, and it's just like hitting the top and side of his head and stuff.
He's shooing Ace away from biting it. I want it all. I want all 24 inches.
He had to put the middle console in the back seat down. It reached all the way to the trunk.
Yeah.
It was
I had to
bumping
pull
into
the
the
thing in.
windshield.
It knocked over the bucket of baseballs in my trunk.
That's disrespectful to your car.
yeah,
You can't
it
have
was 16 inches.
that. 16.
Yeah,
And he's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna eat all this, huh?" Like,
Hey, sometimes it gets away from you.
I was hungry.
He's
halfway,
going through a health crisis.
halfway.
Still,
Are you still going through that health crisis?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's plateaued, I'd say, but I'm still in
Ah,
it.
that's good.
It's Thanksgiving week. That counts for something.
Yeah.
Hey, we got the New Year coming up in 6 weeks or so.
Yeah.
You can start after that.
What's on with your forehead? You got
I
like a
didn't
pen
tell-
mark on there.
So, no, that's not a pen. That's a scab.
Okay.
What did
We were. I could have lied. Yeah, I know. I could have
He's
lied.
deflecting, Dave. He
I
doesn't want to
understand
keep
what he's
talking
doing,
about
but I don't.
his 36-inch sub he ate.
And his 46-inch waist.
Chief subs he orders are bigger than his own TV.
Yeah. It had,
This dude ate that deflection like that rifle. It's unbelievable.
Don't let him get you, Dave. Is that a
No,
mark
no,
from
no,
trying to
I-
swallow the shotgun?
no. So other Nate, there's two Nates that we were.
So
with
not
this
Barstool
weekend.
How
Nate.
many fucking...
Different Nate.
This
You
is
guys
little-
got two Nates in this fucking compound?
Yeah, little Nate.
Little Nate.
Little Nate
He
and
had a
Nebraska
ladder
Nate.
sticking out of his pickup truck, like out the back of it. And as I was getting ready to get into the tree stand at 5 a.m., I didn't see it since it was pitch black and just knocked my head on it.
I wish I could have been there for that.
It's not bad at all. The little cut.
Oh, it's nothing.
If it would have hit me in my eye, it would have done like hospital worthy damage, I think.
I thought you were gonna ask.
You know that ladder I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna ask.
I think it would have seriously fucked up.
I don't know how I didn't notice it until just now.
You're gonna ask what?
It happened like the second day we were there too.
I thought he was gonna ask Nate to borrow his ladder straps to strap Chief Sub to the top. Of
I knew you were gonna say that.
Give it the Christmas
16-inch. It was a 16-inch sub.
So obviously, I was driving when I ordered the sub. The kid said, "Excuse me, sir, we're not taking catering orders at this time." It was a little 16-year-old kid, and I'm like, "You gotta hear me out. It's not a catering. It's for one person." And he's like, "Really?" Like he was sickened that out.
Is this one of your shticks? It's not for one person.
It was a menu item. You can have small, regular, or giant. And it went 6, 8, and I was like, I'm a little hungry, so I want a 12 and not an 8. And then it came out, and it was basically it was 2 8s.
Dude, sandwiches are just a mind fuck too, because if you just think about the sheer bread, and like you were in an Italian restaurant and they just sliced that up, like how would that bowl look of bread?
Yeah, like a wake where they usually have cut up mini subs.
Wow,
that's eating the whole plate.
How many carbs do you think you?
It was 900 calories.
There's no fucking way that was only 900.
Yeah,
calories.
I would guess like easy 1400.
No, it's
2,000. Yeah,
it said it on the menu.
Ed, pull up your computer.
I'll pull up Jimmy John's.
Let's check out that giant.
How many calories in an entire?
You guys want to talk about the Bears?
Wait, I do want to know about your reaction when you got smoked by that ladder.
It was just me and him.
Give me like a.
Like, ow, fuck. I wanted to say that, but I was.
You did nothing. You just stood there.
I couldn't because you're not supposed to like talk or anything.
Oh, so I didn't know you were deep in the woods yet. Oh, you just had to eat the punch?
I had to. I had to wear it.
Okay.
It was at like 5 a.m. It's still pitch black out. You can't see it. But like the ladder was like that like gray graphite, you know? So how am I supposed to see that at that time of day?
You know, would it come in handy?
But if that fucking thing, because it was the corner of the ladder. If it would have hit me in the eye, it would have been like very bad.
Yeah.
So this is saying...
You need your ski goggles.
This is saying it's $3.22, but that's not what I saw on the menu for one. So that would be...
A turkey, Tom?
Yeah.
No, that's about 12x off, I would say.
I'm just telling you what the thing says. So on the menu it said 900, but that was with cheese, and I had no cheese.
I'm seeing one. You read it wrong because 16 inches of subs. Easy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I looked it up and it says that you had the turkey breast.
The turkey tom.
The turkey tom giant. That's 1,110 calories.
No cheese. No
right.
cheese.
Oh, no cheese might bring that down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
slice of
probably
cheese
right.
is like 80 cals.
Right. So it gets us down to like the 900 on there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. I
don't buy that at all.
I'm telling you.
It was this big.
It was 16 inches, Dave.
24.
No, it wasn't.
It was 24.
No.
I got the picture right here. You're lucky it was a shitty picture.
I'm trying to figure this thing out. All right, hold on. Giant customization.
It says 16 inches
included.
Yeah, you have to get all the LTO on there too.
What's the LTO?
Lettuce, tomato, onion.
I didn't have any onion, but
Mayonnaise?
those are fine. I had light mayo.
Chief's on like the third page of results, trying to find his answer.
He is trying so hard to justify this meal that he consumed.
No, he's not. He said he wasn't happy about it.
Yeah, I wasn't happy, but I feel shame about it. We've been talking about it for half an hour.
I don't think there's ever cheese on this, is there?
Yeah, there is.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Oh.
They asked if I want cheese. I said no cheese. All right.
But they ask you just so they can charge you more when you say yes.
Sir, we're assuming you want cheese.
Here you go, Chief. ChevyDriveChicago.com.
What about it?
You're gonna need a nice big car to fit that.
You're gonna need that nice.
This guy's going suburban
with the extra wide bucket seats.
Yeah.
The back window open just in case.
Now I'm. There's just no reliable sources on there.
Accessible.
Tahoe would suffice. But yeah, Chicagoland, your local Chevy dealers want you to know that the time to buy a new Chevy is now. Whether you're looking for a car for you or for the whole family, Chevy has a great selection of SUVs of all sizes with sleek and comfortable interiors and top-tier technology and safety features. Check out the latest offers on the Chevy Equinox, Blazer, and Trax, and find your local dealer at ChevyDriveChicago.com. Right, Dave?
That's right, Ed. Easy as that. Just pop in that zip. 'Tis the season to get your oil changed, brakes changed.
People doing a lot of traveling this time of year.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure you're good to go.
Listen,
get winterproofed. Otherwise, you'll wish you had when you're in a ditch somewhere because you slid off the road because your tires stink.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep.
And they didn't tell me to say this, so don't quote me on it, but I believe the end of the year, sometimes you could find some deals.
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
I'm looking for those deals.
I believe I've heard that. So SevysDriveChicago.com and see if they have anything like that over there. But regardless, you'll see their whole fleet. And they got great stuff. So that's what you want to do if you're in the market anyways. All right. Should we get off the Giant?
Keep talking about it. You know what?
What?
I mean, I just don't want to give them any more free ads. How about that?
True.
Yeah, it was delicious though. And Dave, you've always been a hater.
I drafted it.
It wasn't bad.
You were more than that. You're like, that was a good sandwich.
I didn't say it was good.
You did say it was good. You said it was good.
I didn't say it was good. I said, you know what? It wasn't that bad.
It was a good sandwich. Jimmy John's good.
Yeah.
I like hot subs though.
I drafted it.
He's a Quiznos guy.
No. Quiznos
You love
trash.
Quiznos.
Quiznos trash. Potbelly was where I went.
I still can't believe that I had never seen you guys fight about the bet before. That was the first time.
Well, what?
The bet about you eating that, the deep sea double or whatever the fuck it was called from Quiznos.
Oh.
The lobster roll.
lobster roll.
Ugh.
Yeah,
You guys want to hash that out again?
I think we did last time.
I think so.
Everyone got their money.
Oh, but review on Dave's burrito dealer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Back to where we were.
Yeah, back to where we were. Sorry. I think, listen, I'm not an expert on Mexican food. It's not my forte at all, so I can't really
Why
give
is
it
that?
I can't give it a proper grade.
Yeah, you're Eddie with an IE, not a Y.
Yes. It needed more meat. It needed more
He
meat.
told you double steak.
But he didn't tell me that, though. And I
Well,
told
you
him I
did.
was
I should have
going.
gone with you.
He could have yelled it over, like, hey, double steak. Now, but is it wrong?
Is that a Savannah Bananas hat?
Yeah. You like
I thought
that?
we're anti-Savannah Bananas.
I think Dave is.
Yeah.
Portnoy is.
It was a gift.
Okay.
I've never been.
I'll never say no to wearing a hat. Like
Yeah, and it's actually a nice hat. So, but it was a gift.
Sorry. Continue with your El Burrito dealer. This guy only likes plain food. That's why he can't have any Mexican food.
No, I liked it. It just
He microwaves his steaks.
it needed more. It needed more steak. That's all I'm saying. No, but a place that you need to say double. It's kind of fucked up, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Same thing with like.
Tough economy.
I appreciate that those guys though, because they have another couple things in the neighborhood, and they're just great neighbors. They live right behind me, and in the summer, like twice a week, I'll catch the wind and I'll smell them barbecuing out back, and I'll just be like, and I'll go back out there and they'll toss
Do the
tacos
full.
or whatever.
You almost did the full home.
Like I'll just
That's not
like,
it. You lost it.
What is it? I don't know. What do you mean?
You know what? That sound.
Yeah, you used to do that a lot, Dave.
Yeah.
Do they have?
He's normally it's talking about girls when he's.
Yeah.
Do they have burritos big enough for Chief, Dave?
You could. I mean, I do love the tortillas they use. You can just flop two on top of each other and make just a double burrito and turn it into one. Nice and easy.
Yeah.
Dave
You want to go
brings-
there right after this? I'm hungry.
I'm not.
No.
You ever done a quesadilla burrito?
No, it's that.
Doesn't Taco Bell do those, Lance?
A quesarito?
A quesarito? Yeah.
Never been to Taco Bell.
I think I tried it. When are you going to try Taco Bell?
I'm not planning on it.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a man of principle.
More for us. You're missing out.
Yeah, you're definitely
I don't
missing
do
out.
Taco Bell either. Been decades since I have.
Are you better than Taco Bell?
Yeah.
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 Damn, I hate to be that position. It's elitist people live down.
We should do that. St. Draft
Sometimes
one
you
time.
just have to put your
There he is.
foot in the ground and be like, I'm too good for this.
Southport Chief just walking up and down, wiping his pussy, chewing the gum.
He just went and got leather gloves and a scarf.
No, did you really? Leather gloves?
No, I have the mittens.
Those are actually sweet,
I remember the mittens. I've seen the mittens.
Mittens.
The mittens.
Those are
I
like-
won't let people shit on mittens. Mittens are incredible.
It's you calling them mittens. I know technically they are, but those aren't like You think mittens? You think like dainty for like chicks?
No, these are like
they're like manly
awesome.
mittens.
The loudest clap I've ever done is with those mittens. They're great mittens. They're like boxing gloves, basically. Yeah.
What do mittens have that gloves don't?
Fingers.
No, they don't. That's what they don't have. You can't use your fingers if you got a mitten on. You can with gloves.
Yeah. But your mittens keep your hands warmer because you're using your own body heat to trap them in. All your little fingers get cold in little finger gloves. And gloves fucking stink too. You can't use your fingers when you're in gloves either.
You can use them better though.
No, you can't.
Definitely.
No way. Don't you remember like trying to play turkey bowls and someone would try to wear gloves and you can't grip it, you can't throw it, you just be going.
But a mitten is 10 times harder to do anything that requires fingers. You basically have
what do I
one
need
finger.
fingers for now? But if I'm trying to be on my phone with gloves, I still have to take the glove off.
Easier than mittens. Gloves, they even make the touchscreen. No way.
It's the same.
This guy, you're 4 fingers down. You might as well have just a thumb and a finger.
If I need to use my phone while I'm using the mittens, or the gloves, I'm taking them off to use the phone.
I think mittens are for children.
No,
I think so.
No.
Yeah, I think you just want to be a lobster in your second life.
A lobster.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Claws?
It's got pinchers.
I think you guys just don't appreciate the finer things. You guys have these opinions that are just in your little Northwest Side cocoon that you never leave.
I don't
You
think so.
you're right because you only talk to each other.
Yeah.
And then you go out in the world and it's like, oh, like I can't believe you said like you get made fun of for wearing a shirt that was anything besides St. Pat's High shirt. Like, that's a Northwest Side problem.
Time out.
Wearing like a flannel to a dive would be like a Northwest problem. Yeah.
Not that.
Don't
Not
do
a
that.
flannel shirt to a dive bar.
You're just taking a couple jokes off the chest and moving on.
Yeah.
But mittens, how many men you know wearing mittens?
Yeah.
A lot. You guys ever been skiing? No,
See, we're
because you
talking
guys don't leave the
skiing.
Northwest Side. That's where I got them. I
been
got them in
skiing plenty of
Steamboat.
times. Skiing, yeah, you're putting on a scarf, putting on the face
I don't wear
mask, all
scarves.
the
I don't
works.
like scarves.
I thought you said you just got one.
No, Dave was making up a lie.
That's totally believable.
I promise you, you've never seen me in a scarf.
I honestly just don't see
the only scarf I have is like the Nottingham Forest like fan one.
I don't see a scenario where if there were 10 gloves lined up and 10 mittens that I'd go with the mittens ever.
Do you know my mittens?
I think I've seen the yellow ones.
They're not. They're leather.
They're like,
Yeah, they're
like brown
leather
leather.
yellow.
yeah,
They're not
no,
yellow.
They're like normal leather.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought
I
they were,
put them on. They're kind of sweet.
They're
I-
awesome.
We just
thought
found
they're-
out Eddie might be colorblind.
Yeah.
I thought they're Pittsburgh Steeler yellow.
No. No,
Macaroni
they're
and cheese
like
yellow.
You're
they're-
having Mandela effect right now.
They're Laker yellow.
Oh, I thought they're like more like macaroni and cheese
brown as
yellow.
fuck.
They're as leather gets.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're just a mittens guy.
Yeah,
Hey, you're a
I-
mittens guy.
No, I don't even have gloves.
Neither do I.
She's gonna be walking around Thanksgiving dinner with the cooking mittens on the whole time. Who's ready?
You don't cook, but you don't use oven mitts.
Yeah, but you're
just
more.
you're a real man. You just grab that pot right out of there, right?
You're
Bring your
sitting
hand
down
off.
watching the game, leaving the mittens on.
What if you left your mittens at someone's house or something like that,
I would
and
be
you had
upset.
to get go grab a gallon of milk from your Southport place, and would you put your cooking mittens on to walk to the store?
No, I would not.
Good
do
question
that.
though.
It's not a good question. It's a terrible question.
Why? Mittens are mittens are mittens.
No, that's not true.
Mittens are mittens are mittens.
I've owned one pair of mittens my entire life. It's the ones that I've had for the last 3 years. They are phenomenal. They're awesome and they look cool.
I think mittens are mittens.
I'm
are
going to go
mittens.
into the Northwest Side Bar with those mittens on. If someone says shit, I'm going to knock them out with my boxing glove mittens.
Do you think Northwest Side kids think they're tough?
They probably do think they're tough.
Are they?
Not the ones that I know. These two.
So,
Wipe their pussies.
you can't take my joke.
Stealing jokes.
Yeah,
Not tough.
that's not
You
tough.
guys do kind of have pussies though.
Dave, these are people who would take exception to these comments. So I would say that.
Dave's got a red dot on his head right now.
Yeah. The people who jumped you at turtles are coming back.
That's fine.
Were they Northwest Side guys?
No, I think they were
Those are Southside
Yeah.
guys.
Southside guys.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah,
Me neither.
I
No.
won't say so.
Actually tough.
Yeah.
Sure.
Did you guys get in any fist fights with the Carmel kids? Mount Carmel?
No, that's Southside. We don't really cross swords.
You don't
With them.
don't cross 290?
Well, no, you don't have a car, Dave. You don't have a car till your last 2 years in high school.
Yeah, Southside wouldn't be considered like rivals.
No,
It would
no,
be
no.
just
Who
a
are your
fellow
rivals?
I know.
Notre
Notre
Dame.
Dame.
Yeah,
No.
Notre Dame Pats.
No.
They were a little dipped into a little bit.
They were like the rich kids, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cake eaters.
Yeah, exactly. I'd say that's about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah.
when Holy Cross was a thing. That was a big thing. But
do you want to hear something stupid?
Sure.
Speaking of high school rivals, St. Charles North, where I went, is on the west side of town. But when they were building that school, it was like, late 90s, where it was all like the east side, west side gang stuff. So they didn't want to have St. Charles East and St. Charles West because they thought it would lead to violence. So they just named the school North, even though it was on the west side of town.
Oh, that's stupid.
That's crazy.
And then they said they were the North Stars. So it's like you stutter with your own name. Stupid.
I'd say there's a little mild Maine-South beef, too.
Maine-South?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're nearby.
I don't know. Public school.
Yeah, pretty mild. Very mild, I'd say. 5 Catholic League teams in the state championship this weekend.
Really? Who else is in it? I didn't even look it up this year.
Yeah, it's I saw St. Lawrence, Nazareth, Joliet Catholic, Mount Carmel, and Loyola are all in
Isn't it? I don't know. It's kind of...
What?
You guys recruit, right? It's not just neighborhood kids.
I mean, recruit loosely, like some of the big ones. I mean, they'll still say they don't, but
Like Loyola recruits.
I don't know. I mean,
Carmel
I had the coach on like a couple weeks ago, and he said they didn't.
So it's just like if you live near this school.
I think.
Well, like,
I mean,
how do you choose, how do you
he said
choose
the
between that and like Lane? Is it Lane or Notre Dame? Like they're all kind of like you can go to any of them, right?
No, Lane's public.
Lane's public?
Yeah. But it's
Lane's charter or whatever.
It's public. You got to test into it.
Yeah,
Though.
it's like Whitney Young.
Yeah, it's actually gotten pretty hard to get into.
I know Whitney Young's like super fucking hard to get into. Like
Yeah.
the average ACC
I always
like
thought of that as
or
just
some
like
shit.
a sports school. I never knew it was
super hard to get into those schools.
No, yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's pretty hard.
It's there. Ignatius, Whitney Young, Latin.
Ignatius is Catholic too. No, it's
I'm just talking like
Walter Payton
or Peyton.
Yeah, Walter
Yeah.
Payton, Whitney Young, Lane, Jones.
No, I was like, what's over there about Latin? Peyton is what I was thinking.
So it's Loyola against Lincoln Way for 8A.
I mean, Lincoln Way's a powerhouse. Like that's the thing.
They've always been.
Yeah.
Same thing with how do those schools do it? Lincoln Way.
I've always wondered that. Like, if you have the same basic population size,
Yeah.
what is it?
That's what I
Just the
don't-
coach? Is it a culture?
That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I don't know if you're calling it recruiting, but they're hamming it up a little on Shadow Day. The
For
coach is
sure.
buying them one.
For sure. Yeah, it's like I don't know. I can only speak from my experience, I guess.
Did you get the bag when you went?
No, but like I'm saying, like in like the year and like people I knew, like I don't,
Okay.
I don't know. Like sure, like people, you're right, getting special treatment and showing up to your games every Sunday.
Yeah,
this
pretty
and that.
level across all
Yes,
teams, though.
yeah, I would say. Like
you
yeah,
see
there's
what-
rumors about kids like getting free tuition and shit. I never saw that.
So that was always okay. That's interesting because that they used to there was like a school in Massachusetts called Lawrence, which was a prep school. They were like a great football school. They sent a ton of kids D1 every year, but they were doing that. So it's supposed to be all need based, and they were just giving it out to like they were genuinely just recruiting.
Yeah.
So that's the same kind of rule for the Catholic.
No,
League.
I'm sure that happens. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I'm sure there's some schools that do that. I don't know. I'm not in a position to say who I
Yeah.
think is doing it and who is not because I don't want to get
Throw out
involved in
some
that.
accusations.
I don't want to get involved in that. But
I think it's so much dumbed down than you think.
yeah, I agree. It's a lot dumbed down than you think for sure.
I know Bennett and St. Francis would like check in on all our guys
For sure.
'cause it was the area
For sure,
Yeah.
that's what you do.
Yeah, it's not nothing illegal.
I'm
about
sure
it.
they wanted you to play baseball there, and it's like, hey, what's up? Like, Dave, why don't you come to
yeah.
Bennett?
We should try to get like the Batavia coach on because when I was a kid, they were always roughly the same size as St. Charles, always 6 or 7A, and they were terrible. And now they went to
good.
the Final Four again. They've
Yeah.
won state
My
before.
senior year, they went to state.
But
Yeah,
this is
they
what
were
I'm telling you
5A.
too. Like, they're like everyone wants to come at the Catholic ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw it. Fucking
Well, that's
Walker get involved, but like there's so many powerhouse public Maine South.
tell Walker to
Lincoln
stay
Way
the
East.
fuck out of this.
Lincoln Way East, Weed Warrenville South. When Dave was like, those teams were always so fucking good.
Yeah,
So a lot of the thing is, so Wheaton, like this is what I was told
Cary,
when I went out
Prairie Ridge.
with my old football baseball coach a couple weeks ago. We went and got Al's Pizza. Like the south suburbs, like Lincoln Way areas, Orland Park, everything out there is still growing. Wheaton is insanely landlocked. So when I was in high school,
what do you mean?
it's you can't get bigger as a city. Like
Oh,
there's nowhere to build
okay.
or anything. So but the west suburbs, sort of like the Plainfield area, south suburbs, far west suburbs,
yeah, like out by me.
all of those cities are growing like fucking crazy right now. Wheaton can't grow. None of the people moved out of Wheaton though, so all of our parents.
Old people.
Yeah, it's all old people. All of our parents so my high school was about 2,500 people. My graduating class was like 650 or so. And now it's only 1,500. I didn't realize that because nobody moved out and nobody has kids that are high school age in that city anymore. So the enrollment of the high school plummeted by over 1,000 over the last like 10 years because it's just no one can move in or out of that city unless you actually want to. No one is.
Yeah.
So that and... they're all a bunch of pussies.
It makes sense. I get the argument to some degree, but I don't think it is to the level that people think it is.
I think it's probably more than like you have to have a certain baseline football population.
But dude, you know how hard it is to fucking tell people to pay fucking 12, 15 grand to go to their fucking high school? Like, dude, that's hard.
A lot.
Yes, when you could go for free. So like at the same time,
it was never even a fucking option for me.
At the same time, you're battling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're battling. The only reason I did it because CPS just wasn't an option. I wasn't smart enough to get into Lane or one of these good ones. So like, hands were tied. You know,
Joliet Catholic back in the
I played
state
NAS.
championship too. Yeah, it's an interesting question.
Yeah, but I don't know. I wouldn't like it if they split up. I just think that's how it is. Some years,
like, do you think Saban could go into a high school, like a random high school football program in Illinois, so suburban Chicago, and within a year or two they're in the state finals?
Yeah,
probably. Yes. But that's the thing, though. If there's a reputation just naturally gets people to go there. Like Loyola started winning, and guess what? That guy, it was in the NFL. He played for the Bills, John Holochek. So naturally, people are going to...
We had kids moving to Wheaton to play Wheaton Rural South football.
Yeah, and in the area they're in,
for that exact
they're in Winnetka. Guess what? Their parents, who, if you're going to send your kid to New Trier, you can probably pay for Loyola. So it's like, all right, if he wants to go there, they seem like they got the good program.
Yeah,
why would you not do it?
Yep.
So
is Holosek still there?
No, he's gone.
He's gone?
That makes a lot of sense why they got so good.
Yeah.
Like, sure, I don't know like what else they're doing, but that's the general thesis. Makes sense and sounds logical to me. Yeah. That's it.
I don't know. I never give a shit about it.
I don't know where
potty break?
Danny's got an upset tummy.
Speaking of high school sports, I know big involved in the high school game is the Hoss boys.
Oh, yeah, they're big.
Yeah, they're big into it.
He's a Rita guy, right?
Which I love. No, he went to Mount Carmel.
Is he a Carmel guy?
Yes. Shout out to Jackie B-Roll. Whether you're hitting the gym, going to work, or out in the town, it's time to gear up, step out, and show the world what it means to be the Hoss. Born and raised in Chicago, Hoss is an athleisure, so a streetwear brand that is something for everyone. Great stuff over at the Hoss. Support the local company.
Yeah, I feel like we're having a little basketball thing for our Black Friday. I feel like Lance might be wearing some Hoss stuff. They got great basketball gear.
Yeah, we got to gear you up in Hoss for that, Lance.
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm be geared up.
Yep.
Yeah, so, and holiday shop, you can make it easy with Hoss. You can take care of the old man. You can get the youth line for the kids. Pickleball. You can take care of everyone.
I think pickleball is it's exploding. I think that if for my nephews, they don't really have that stuff yet. I feel like that would be a really good gift. Is pickleball stuff for the kids. So
go get it. Hoss is everything. It's honestly,
it's such a sweet logo.
Yeah,
too.
Just do yourself a favor and go to bethehoss.com. Check out their athletic line and leisure wear. Actually, Dave, I got a bag next to me. I'm gonna give you a little grab bag. I'm gonna give you something. Let's see what we got.
Grab bag, Ed.
Grab bag. Nice little nice little athletic shirt.
There you go.
There you go.
Turkey bowl.
That's great. Beautiful, eh?
I love that H.
Look at that Hoss.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Use code Barstool for 20% off the whole store, and be the Hoss today.
Do your shopping.
There you go. All right. Anything Bears related? Anything? I feel like we covered a lot on Monday.
We did.
Obviously,
the White Sox signed Paul DeYoung, local product of, where'd he go? Antioch? Algonquin?
Went to Illinois State, I know.
Yeah, he went to ISU. He's a Redbird. You've never heard called Ilstu?
No, I have.
Okay, I was setting you up there.
I know.
You wanted to make fun of it.
No, I heard it though. Heard it.
While other teams are, signing good players and trading.
And they made like the weirdest trade of all time.
Aaron Bummer for 5 players. Dude,
did you read into it much? Like, I know you're.
No. Nicky Lopez, also local product, Naperville product. My neighbor, basically, growing up. They're going to have a really good defensive infield up the middle. They're going to score about a running game this year. I don't know. It's all the same shit. They're going to lose 130 games next year, and until Jerry Reinsdorf fucking croaks, it's going to be the same shit every year. Yeah, so that's all I got.
So the trade did nothing for you.
It should do something for me. Like this, I have a blog that I have started. Like all the it's I don't want to say I don't give a shit about the White Sox, because I very much do give a shit about the White Sox, but like I'm so over talking about all like move
the incidental
and this
moves,
guy
yeah.
and that guy, because none of it matters, because they are a loser organization who will lose again and again year over year because they don't do things right. The general manager said he doesn't like the team after Jerry said, "Oh, we owe it to the fans to try to compete this year." Look at the players. Like he's got Nicky Lopez, who can't hit out. Like, you know, when you hit a 16-inch and the ball just doesn't go anywhere. Mm-hmm. That's Nicky Lopez. He's so small that he just doesn't have any bang in his bat. Like, he puts every ounce into it. It's like when he makes contact, it's like his bat hit a bowling ball, you know?
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of magical.
And yeah, exactly, like magical. Great defensively, though. Fan-fucking-tastic defensively. Paul DeYoung, he's 100 years old. Like, I don't want shit players anymore. I don't want shit players. I want fucking studs up and down the lineup. I want you to actually try to win baseball games, and they aren't doing that. It's the same shit. Paul DeYoung is the exact same fucking garbage we have seen year over year. If it's you know, last year it was Josh Harrison. They're all like dating back forever. They're doing the same thing with different guys pushing the buttons. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't that lend credence to the fact that, like I've always said, that Rick Hahn was just a patsy?
I said that from day one.
So you were in on that too.
Yeah,
but
from day one, like, he's not allowed to do anything.
When they did not make real offers to Harper, that should have been like, all right, this is never gonna work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But if Kenny's gone, that makes me think like Jerry's like so much more involved than people even realized.
No shit, Ed. No shit.
But I thought it was just like Kenny was the guy who was stopping it at the gate because he was kind of in the mix every day. How fucking often is that guy in these conversations?
Every single one of them. Getz made it very clear in his like introductory presser. I believe they're down in Arizona, like watching the Arizona Fall League or something. But he's like, of course, the owner has the right of last refusal to nix or approve any deal that we make on the trade. Like, he wanted that out there for a reason. It's because it's like, hey, dude, like, I'm gonna try to make the best of this situation. But ultimately, he's the guy who calls the shots. So until that guy fucking dies, which sucks saying it like that, but until he dies, he's
probably doing like those young person blood transfusions at this point. Yeah.
He's eating fetuses to like get all the stem cells and like live forever. He will 100% outlive me. I've resigned to that fact.
Yeah. He's got what, a 60-year head start on you?
How
old is he? 90?
He'll be 89 years old on 50. February 26th of 2024. Not that I'm counting or anything, but he'll be 89. And he will outlive me. Yes.
Yeah.
He will outlive
me. He's almost 90?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Northwestern's bowl eligible.
They are. I told you guys that in the beginning of the year. You
did.
Didn't believe me there,
Dave,
did
you were right.
I sure was. Good for them. From the stadium's signed, sealed, and delivered. So next year they'll be at Wrigley and wherever else. I don't know. Good for them. And basketball, they're going to be fun. Northwestern is actually kind of fun this fall for me.
Is that the plan? They're going to play at
Wrigley, but they can't play there until like November. Like, they have to assume they're going to go to Game 7 of the World Series for them to be able to start using it. So it'll be like November games.
Which means they have like max 3 games there.
They need, and then Soldier, it's like you're not allowed to play there within 7 days of the Bears playing there before or after a Bears game. So they got like 1 or 2 weeks where they can play there. Then the rest they got to like figure it out.
What a shit show, but that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
The stadium.
Play at Lane. That stadium's cool.
I love stadium artist renderings, and it looks like it's a fucking sweet stadium.
Yeah. How many venues do we need though?
No, this is Evanston.
Yeah, they need that. Like, obviously it's a football team. They need it. But like, hey, there's fucking Hoffman Estates. There's where do the Fire used to play?
Bridgeview or whatever.
Yeah,
Bridgeview. Yeah, but Rosemont's not.
But you're supposed to have that soccer stadium right down the street.
Lincoln Park.
Yeah, Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's never going to happen.
No, I know.
Yeah.
That would have been kind of sweet, though.
So Rosemont can't really host. They wouldn't be able to host that.
What?
Rosemont wouldn't be. They wouldn't be able to host that. Obviously, the All-State could host that, like a basketball team, or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying like a football.
They had the arena there.
I think we don't even have one football stadium here. You can make the argument.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because Hoffman wouldn't do it either.
Yeah, Hoffman doesn't have it. They just have the Sears Centers.
Yeah,
small.
I conflicted my arguments with like how many venues.
I don't know what you're talking about, Ed.
I'm saying there's a lot of venues in general.
Yeah, there's a lot of venues. They're a big city.
Yeah, third biggest in the country.
But I bet you we have more like sports concert venues than New York.
I doubt that.
That are like stadium size. Because, like, don't their MLS teams play in, like, Yankee Stadium and stuff?
I had no fucking clue.
Pretty sure.
It's good to get around the city.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. You have to leave the Northwest side once in a while.
I am 90% sure the Cubs are signing Shohei Ohtani.
The Vegas odds have moved significantly towards
plus 350 last I saw, I believe. Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, the Cubs are a very serious organization. They want to win baseball games. They don't accept mediocrity. They don't care about, they don't go after moral victory. They want to win World Series. And I think Cubs fans are going to be very that's going to be very, very apparent for each and every Cubs fan after this winter. I'm pretty sure that
they have pretty good farm system too, don't they?
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, it's I mean, there's been graduations, but yes. I'm pretty sure Ricketts is going for the jugular this winter. That's just like the gut feeling I have for no reason at all, other than I'm miserable, and it would make perfect sense for the Cubs to like do all this awesome shit this winter while I watch the White Sox sign 38-year-old Paul DeYoung.
Local boy.
Yeah, local boy. He'll put asses in seats. That fucking cuntbag Jerry Reinsdorf. He doesn't realize that all we give a shit about is
I would love to get
wins
you guys in a room.
and losses.
I mean,
We don't care about the hustle on
Everyone
the field.
says
Like
that.
I feel like they're trying to build up this heart and gritty plays
Grinder
the
rules.
game grinder rule. Like
Grinder
I don't
rules was
care
a sweet
if
marketing campaign.
Eloy and Yohan and all these guys are the laziest cunt bags on
you do.
earth. I don't.
You do.
So long as they play winning, like
those
they
those are tied together, and you know it.
I understand, but like I don't care if those guys are cunts.
Yeah.
Win baseball games. Lots of cunts have won baseball games and other like
They don't seem like they have a competitive bone.
But
in
like,
their body.
no, I understand. But like, my point is that that's what like. If the White Sox win 60 games, but like do it the right way next year, I still don't care.
Oh, of course
Yeah,
not.
I don't care. I don't
Unless
care that
it
like,
was
oh,
like-
these guys are trying hard. No, motherfuckers are bad baseball players. I don't appreciate that you traded all the shit, like the underachieving guys, to get a bunch of guys that you hopefully can overachieve. Go and get good players, you cunts, you losers, every last one of them. And all this shit with Brooks Boyer and Jason Benetti, it's a losing organization that is rotten to its core. And there's nothing, not one player, not one manager, not one GM, nobody can change it. It's all on Jerry Reinsdorf. It needs to be complete fresh bullet top to bottom from start to finish. Everybody has to go. And all the guys that they're trading for, including Nicky Lopez and signing Paul DeYoung and shit like that, those guys already have to go too because that's how bad they are. They have to get them out of here. You just got them, but they already have to go because you just got a bunch of bad players.
Yeah.
So fuck you.
You're in a good mood today, huh, Dave?
I was until you
Happy
brought those
Thanksgiving.
assholes up.
Yeah.
I don't think I even brought him up. You did. I usually do.
Someone did.
I think you did
I
yourself.
think you actually
We were
did.
talking about the Bears. I was ready to get in a little bit. There's not a ton to say, and then you were like, and you sounded like you just need to get this off your chest.
I fucking hate them.
Yeah, because we could have. I mean,
I fucking hate them.
evidently.
But you love them.
Is Bedard still good?
Yeah, they're doing exactly what I want them to do.
Lose a bunch, but Bedard's awesome.
Yeah, he's like a point per game guy. They've had probably the toughest schedule in the league, and it's going to start to soften up. They have Columbus tonight, Wednesday, recording on Wednesday.
You said that the last time, and then I'm watching them get their gaping assholes cream pied by a team that hadn't won a game yet.
That was like 3 months ago, and actually Arizona's looking decent. So, But they like if you look at their last 6 games, I think they're 1-5, and it's like they lost 4-3, 4-2, 4-2, 3-2, and it's like that's great.
Okay,
yeah, that's fine because they need to be bad. They got 2 first-round picks as things stand right now. But Bedard looks like he can play. Gretzky's sucking his dick, saying he might be better than we thought, and he's doing like he's starting to look. I was worried that he wouldn't be like a true lead your team to a championship kind of guy. Every game goes by, I'm believing more and more.
That's good.
Yeah. So,
I mean, but the true test tomorrow is American Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they're not going to make the playoffs. we don't want them to. Yeah, but that is the thing. So it's they're
wait. What's that stat again?
It's like if you're in a playoff position on American Thanksgiving, because there is a Canadian one. If you're in a playoff, you make the playoffs 80% of the time.
Okay, yeah, I knew something like that.
So they're not, and that's great. And it's just I don't know. I'm having fun watching them.
Yeah, that's good.
So I'll watch the game tonight. They'll probably
I'll watch them tonight.
Yeah, they'll probably. I bet you they're on the road. I have a feeling they're going to win tonight. So much so that I might unsuspend myself from gambling.
I'm going to throw $1,000 on them, based off of that. Inside
I don't like that. That's not inside information.
How is that inside?
How is that inside? I just like them tonight.
I'm just talking to talk at this point.
Columbus is kind of a mess.
But every time I see them play Columbus, they fucking get their gaping ass.
This is the first time they played this year.
I know, but last year too.
What kind of porn you been
Why are assholes gaping? Why are they gaping?
You ever watching gaping cream pie porn?
I was the first time you guys didn't
this
like.
guy's watching a lot of Headman's Tale. A lot of cream pies going on.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Flipping from the hub to
a lot of
Handmaids.
handmade sale.
Yeah.
From hub to Handmaids. All right. Well, that's it. I mean, Zach LaVine. I mean, I don't know if
He's a
you're.
cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I feel like people weren't comfortable with just openly hating Zach LaVine. I think I openly hate him now. People, you saw like he kind of stormed off, pushed the PR.
Oh, that was crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
After that, you can just openly hate him.
Well, they had the one good first half, and then that was like everyone like eat crow. Like
I don't care about his playing. He's just a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
He's a cunt.
Yeah.
He's a cancer.
Yeah.
He's a cunt.
They got to get him out of there.
I don't know how he's going to reshape this roster. I don't even know if he should be given another opportunity to.
AK?
Yeah, I don't know. What year is he in?
3 or 4.
I think it's year 4, right?
4. But it's like, I do give him a
What's
little
the
bit
common denominator?
Jerry, but I do give him a little bit of leeway just because they were so irrelevant drafting 7th year after year after year after year, and they come in and it's like, all right, we're going to try to be a good team. And they were. And it was like Lonzo was the linchpin to everything. And like once he got hurt and went away, this team was never the same. And they were good and they were fun to watch that first half of that first year for AK. So
yeah, but how long are we gonna fucking die in Alonzo Hill?
Well, I mean, I think they're still trying to dig out. Like that was the plan, and who knows?
Out, they barely did jack shit this offseason.
But it's like because I kind of think that they're stuck.
Why can't you go get another point guard?
Yeah, I kind of think. You know what I thought about too? Like to transfer this to the Bears for 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Offensive line wise, I kind of think we're almost stuck too. If Poles does stay, and that's kind of scary.
Well, why is it scary?
I think really, all right. What offensive line needs to get better?
Yeah,
right. And they played decently.
I think the
recently.
Right. I think you got 3 guys who are legit NFL starters.
Okay, listen. You're saying Jenkins, Davis, and Darnell Wright, right? Correct or no?
4. I think Jones is pretty good too.
Okay, so you would be comfortable going into next season, maybe just signing a center, is what you're saying.
I think. Hold on, because I've been thinking about them with the draft a lot coming up. If they have 2 picks in the top 5 and they're not taking a quarterback, either through their own choice or because they're picking 3 and 5 and somebody in the top 2 guys go 1-2. Okay, let's just say that a quarterback's not there for them and they don't want one. Then I think you take the Ohio State kid or Joe Alt, the Notre Dame left tackle, and upgrade Braxton Jones. And because they're like, if you have a top 5 tackle, you take them. But it doesn't feel like a need. And then, so yeah, I guess to answer your question is, would be, yeah, if they can even improve over like a Nate Davis. So if you want to get like better guard play and a better center, and have Davis be like your swing backup, I think
it's a lot of money for a swing backup. I mean, they could get out from under it.
Yeah,
pretty
it was
cheap.
A 2-year deal.
It was a 3-year deal, 3 year, $30 million, and they could get out, but they still have to pay him like 10 next year.
But Jenkins, yeah, sure. Yeah. But so then, yeah, I would think getting like a legit center, I think you're in a good spot.
I'm just saying, I think it's a very funny, fickle spot to be in because. Like Tevin Jenkins is like the most uncertain person ever.
Only because of the injury.
Yeah,
when he plays, he's great.
Yeah, but he gets like
but he's been pretty healthy this year. How many games did he miss?
He missed the beginning of the season. What did he miss? 3 games?
2
out of the gate, and then he
right away.
Then they slowed him in, and it wasn't really like a churning thing until now. He's been great, but that's what I'm saying. So it's
he's like the type of player you want on the interior too. Like so, if he could, you're sure. Right.
Like they came in with this plan. The only thing that would be different in my head, say they don't use the draft pick and they shore up center a little bit more, which is going to happen, I would guess.
I would hope.
You're still like taking that, like not lottery ticket, but you're still taking that hope that Jenkins is healthy.
Yeah.
Nate Davis is good enough, and that Braxton Jones is good enough, which is kind of a risk. Is all I'm saying. It's a weird spot to be in because you don't want to turn the page on those guys yet. But you also need to make sure you get better, you know? That's where I'm saying it's a weird situation.
Yeah.
He's going to have to make some hard calls. Because if like...
Well, you're not walking away from Jenkins at this point.
No, I don't think you can.
Right.
But because they did it this year. Like this line, now that it's settling in and it's healthy, it's better than people see.
Pretty
yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's gotten much better.
But I think we're seeing like it's... We can't rely on it for a whole 17 weeks.
That's one of those things where it's like... Maybe we're too hyper focused, like locally focused on the Bears. Like I don't know what the other teams around the league, their line health issues are like because we made a big deal out of Braxton Jones played every snap, and then this year he gets hurt immediately, and he missed a bunch of time, and he's been settling. I thought he's been basically fine. I think Darnell Wright's he's a guy. He seems like a guy. Like he'll get better, and I think Tevin Jenkins is a guy. So provided that he's healthy, but you need depth and backups and guys who can play that swing tackle. Like I would like to improve the swing tackle. I don't think Larry Borum's very good. But you can sometimes find that in the draft too. Yeah. But yeah, I guess, and it's like
so going into next season. Okay, say if it's like if we do get a quarterback, and like all right, hey, we're trying to win now. Maybe we sign a center. And we go in with those 2 at guard and those 2 at tackle. Are you 100% confident in your offensive line? Like, what's your like?
No, I mean they're not the Eagles, right? But that statement just kind of threw me off because if you go and get a quarterback and you're in win, you draft Caleb Williams or Drake May, you're in win now mode. You're never win now mode with a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, but I mean, some of the guys have been so good recently that it's accelerated pretty quickly.
Stroud, who else?
A lot of guys.
Stroud, Burrow.
Didn't Burrow.
Trevor Lawrence.
Lawrence. Yeah, but like
these guys are making the playoffs, Chief.
Yeah, but like they didn't make the playoffs the first year. Burrow tore his ACL. Lawrence did not make the playoffs.
Burrow tore his ACL his first year.
I thought so.
I don't think he tore his ACL his first year.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
did he?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But
but this is the other part of it, and I could be wrong. I don't think Williams and May are Burrow and Lawrence. Like that's where I get kind of bogged down, where it's like we're so ready to just, a lot of people are, it seems like, so ready to move on. But it's like sometimes what's behind door number 2 is more shit. And is it better to just,
Herbert got them competing right away. A lot of these guys
they're not even competing now.
Yeah, but they're competing.
They're a
but
fucking mess too.
They're competing, but they're also just in one of those.
I think Herbert's he's fine.
He's just in one of those franchises that are just
so are we
in a weird stuck in mud spot. We are.
No, that's where it's like the panic sets in. I do think the Bears' quickest way to be good is Marvin Harrison Jr. and some kind of guy on either side of the line in that first round.
It's not going to be the right side. It'd be a left tackle.
So it'd be Joe Alt's a left tackle, and so is who's the
Penn State,
the Fanusu or whatever his name is, a left tackle.
Sure, if we drafted a left tackle and we signed a center, and then obviously, hey, let let whoever we draft compete with Braxton at left tackle. If not, Braxton's a great backup. It's like then I feel good going into that offensive line with that offensive line for the season. But if not, it's almost like your 10-year-old car that hasn't it could be good, but like there is that chance that you'll be on the side of the highway calling AAA.
Yeah, it might rattle around a little bit.
It's a weird spot.
I think they have bigger problems at other. I think linebacker is a problem. Like that's a big swing. Tremaine Edmonds didn't play a snap on that touchdown drive by the Lions. They had an 11-play drive, and where they went down and scored a touchdown, he didn't play. Yeah. So that's your big ticket free agent signing.
Well,
so what?
That's why it's frustrating as fuck because we got rid of Roquan because he didn't fit the system. Then we sign Edmonds because he assumedly does fit the system and he's not even in on this drive. That's the same thing that Eberflus was asked about Montez Sweat. He's only played in like 67% of the snaps. Yeah. And they're like, hey, what do we need to do to get his snap usage up? And he's like, that's just how we do it. We platoon those guys.
Well, that's dumb. So he's your best player, and you just gave him $100 million. So
and he grades well against the run. So I don't.
You want to talk about the biggest problem? It's that guy. That guy's got to go.
Yeah. I don't necessarily disagree. Obviously,
I think the only reason they haven't fired him is because they don't have anybody to replace him right now.
Yeah.
The defensive coordinator's gone. Getsy's a disaster. Yeah, you can't give it to Getsy.
No.
So it's just like let this guy
just drown his way to the end.
And then, I like the defensive backfield with the exception of Eddie Jackson. So it's like, there's a lot of safeties. I think there's 10 safeties who are getting good playing time now that grade out well under the age of 26. That'll be free agents in this class, a free safety. So there are like Eddie Jackson replacements coming available.
So you'd rather throw money at one of them than Jalen Johnson?
So. Fuck yeah. Well,
I mean, they have like a shit ton of money still. It depends. They do, but I mean, it depends. We'll see where like maybe they take Kool-Aid from Bama and then he slides in. But I think I'd probably rather. Somebody close to the Bears once told me that Jalen Johnson was like a last guy in, first guy out type of player. And that's always kind of stuck in the back of my head where it's like, do you want to give that guy the bag? Because like if you're giving people the bag, they got to be like the right kind of guy.
We're just gonna take May and Kool-Aid, just out with Mitch, out with Eddie, and in with Kool-Aid and May.
Yeah, basically.
That sounds good. That sounds great. Yeah, sounds like it'll work for the Chicago Bears. Yeah. Here's something positive: the solo stove. I don't know if you guys heard, but Snoop Dogg announced that he's done with smoke. It's over. He's eliminated it. And I don't know how he could be the dog father who once famously urged us to smoke every day. Like, how could he be going smokeless, Dave?
Because solo stoves are that sweet. My brother-in-law has one, and sometimes, like, you just can sit by a fire and not get warm. Those things, like, they get so hot, so warm. Like, you can sit out there all night long.
Yeah.
Those solo stoves without smelling like a campfire.
For sure. Great part about Northwest Side, we got great yards. We had a solo stove. Would sit out there, and we would, just have that thing going.
Yeah,
it's great it'd be nice. Black Friday, buy one.
Yeah,
they're awesome. I'm going to get this for my dad for Christmas.
I think he would love it.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah,
he would
in his actual yard.
There's actually the Snoop stove, a limited edition bonfire pit designed by Snoop himself. It's a custom fire pit that is going smokeless, bucket hat, and a limited run of stickers. Someone got to put an order in for me before they sell out.
We did a draft with Mr. Portnoy, things I just don't understand. These solo stoves I don't understand.
Yeah.
Where does the smoke go?
Yeah.
Where does the smoke go?
It just disappears.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense.
And I've seen a video about how they work. I'm like, nope. But somehow they just make that smoke disappear, and they're awesome.
Yeah. Everybody loves bonfires. Nobody likes to smell the smoke or getting smoked to that seat where you just get hit by the smog. So don't walk to solostove.com to pick up the limited edition pit and join Snoop in going smokeless for good. Do you guys have any takes on the college football playoff? Excuse me.
In what regard? I think this is like the committee's worst nightmare. I would say, the way it's shaping up.
Yeah,
because I think Florida State's going to get fucked because Jordan Travis is out. But if Bama beats Georgia, and then like the last spot is down to Bama or Texas, how can you say we're taking Bama when Texas beat them the first week?
It's almost as if they should expand the playoffs.
Well, they are, but it's like...
Yeah, I know. You are against it, though.
I am against it. But I would say Texas beat them already. they're like, if they have the same record, they're both 12-1, they're both conference champions, and they played head to head. I do think Alabama's playing better right now. But I think like the regular season is supposed to mean something in college football, and they're taking that away with the expansion of the playoffs, which is why I don't like it. But I think Alabama's probably, if they played today, I think they would beat Texas.
I saw they posted a chaos scenario after where 8 teams would have a legitimate argument to make it. Did you see that?
No.
Okay, so Michigan 13-0 Big Ten champ.
Okay.
Florida State 13-0 ACC champ. Bama 12-1 SEC champ, Oregon 12-1 Pac-12 champ, Texas 12-1 Big 12 champ. Then you'd also have Georgia 12-1, Washington 12-1, and Ohio State 11-1. That would be madness.
Yeah,
like they might have to just
start that 18 playoff.
Yes, just start it now. Just drop the hammer.
Yeah.
How awesome would those matchups be, though?
They see, like, that's, I don't even know anymore, because it's like, what?
This is
the perfect
Washington
year.
versus OSU wouldn't be a good matchup. That's
you always see, like, the way that college football works, like the bowl games and the schedule and all that big gap. Like, who thought TCU was going to blow out Michigan? Nobody. Like those playoff games, like, if you look through, like, everyone's always like, Notre Dame always gets blown out. Fucking everybody always gets blown out. Like, those playoff games are always blowouts.
Yeah, they are.
So, like those matchups would be so great. I feel like those matchups would be great in November. I'm not sure they're great in January. That's my overall point. But I'm very curious. I love Ohio State Michigan. It's one of my favorite days of the year, that rivalry Saturday. Yeah, I'd like to see Michigan win it and Harbaugh walk off into the sunset. Come on home.
I don't know. Florida State, you almost just, I even feel bad saying this, but you almost just hope that they lose to
Louisville.
Even just lose to Florida this weekend, you know?
Florida's not.
No, they're not.
I think that, because weren't they,
I feel bad saying that, but maybe this backup is going to be awesome, but
yeah, Ohio State did that. Cardale Jones, so where he was a third-string quarterback and he was spectacular.
He was going to leave school early. He did a press conference to say that he's not leaving school after
this was
his
like
3-game run.
I remember getting into like an argument with Big Cat about this, like way back, like around this time, and I can't remember who was at the top of that class. But I'm like, I don't like these quarterbacks at the top of this class. I would rather take Cardale Jones with a 4th-round pick and take somebody else, in the top 10, wherever the Bears are picking that year, instead of taking the quarterback. And he's like, that's the stupidest thing ever. Like, and I'm like, no, it's not. Like, people miss on 4th-round picks all the time. You might have something in Cardale Jones. He was an athlete. He's got a cannon of an arm. He was a backup for the Chargers for a while. Yeah. For a while, yeah. But I thought he was like I thought he was a good football player, and I hated the quarter. Like, I usually don't like the quarterbacks getting picked in the top 10.
Do you want to know who the quarterbacks were in that draft?
Sure.
Jared Goff and Carson Wentz went 1 and 2.
Okay, I'm not positive that it was that year. It might have been the year before when we were having the argument because
you didn't know if he was going to go out or not.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, the year before that was Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota.
I think it was that. I think it might have been that because I didn't like Mariota.
I didn't like Mariota either.
And I wasn't like sold on Jameis because I thought Jameis was kind of a knucklehead.
He stole crab legs.
But he did a lot of dumb things.
You tell him about the crab legs, Ed.
He stole crab legs.
You like crab legs?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jules always got a great deal, like $14.99 a pound.
Who doesn't like crab legs, dude?
I'm just making sure.
Yeah. Who else was in a quarterback in that draft? Garrett Grayson.
Who the fuck is that?
Sean Mannion.
Oh, I fucking hate Sean Mannion.
Bryce Petty, Brett Hundley.
Sucks.
And the last quarterback drafted was Trevor Siemian.
Oh, no, he wasn't Mr. He was close to Mr. 11.
7th rounder.
Yeah, he was 7th round.
Pick 250.
Still in the league?
Yeah.
Might start for the Jets.
I thought they were starting Boyle.
They are starting Boyle, yeah.
Okay.
You're starting Boyle?
Yeah, they are. I said before the Jordan Travis injury, my ideal 4 would, in no order, would be Georgia, Michigan, Florida State, and Washington. I really want Washington in there. I know you guys aren't Michael Penix guys. I am.
We were having this conversation in the man cave down.
Oh.
I've kind of come around on him a little bit.
Not Knicks, though. Knicks can still suck my balls.
Yeah. I've said it all year. I think Washington might be the best team in the country. They always like struggle. They've been struggling, and then they just find a way to
figure it out.
They figure it out.
Figure it the fuck out.
And it's like they were dogs against Oregon State and won that game outright. And I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it's a neutral site or whatever, but it feels like everyone's just picking Oregon to beat them in the rematch. And
Oregon was right there.
They
went for it on like 4th and 7 at like midfield.
Yep.
It was kind of a boneheaded move by Oregon.
Yeah.
So kind of shot themselves in the foot.
But I feel like Washington's got like legit NFL guys on that defense, and like Penix, I think they like might lead the country in yards per attempt. Like they just fucking sling the ball downfield. They got those playmakers. Penix throws a great deep ball. Like they're a fun team to watch.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the party.
I've been on the Washington.
I drafted them in the jersey draft. I've been on them forever.
I've been on Washington as a team. I don't like Penix as like a top of the NFL draft type of guy. Where like I've seen mocks where he's projected.
I feel like you
10.
didn't like him, then it evolved into that. And now you're finally home. I feel like it took you a little bit to get there.
No, if the Bears were like I said,
no, nobody ever said. I always talked about him and Knicks in the college vacuum.
Yeah,
I've never said anything about them as a prospect.
That was always my argument because there were mock drafts that had him top 10, top 15, and I'm like, that's fucking crazy. But it's the same thing. Like I really loved that DRT or DTR from UCLA, but I liked him in like the 5th round. You know, if the Bears are going to like, let's get a backup to Fields who can do some of the same things. If something happened to Fields, you don't have to change your offense. But I would never have wanted him in the 1st round, and I would never want if the Bears want to take Penix in the 4th round. Fine, who cares?
Why do you hate Olu Fashanu?
I don't hate him. That's the Penn State tackle. Yeah, I just can't pronounce his name.
Oh, you only mentioned Joe Alton, the Ohio State guy.
No, I said Penn State.
Oh, I think you might probably you mistakenly probably said Ohio State.
He did.
Oh, yeah. I did?
I didn't correct him, but
because you said Penn State later, and I was like, yeah.
So I'm like, wait, why is he hates the Penn State?
No, that's the guy I meant. I misspoke.
No, yeah, they got Penix 13. I don't know what's going on with Jaden Daniels. Like
he's going to win the Heisman Trophy.
This mock I'm looking at has him 41st overall.
Because does he have a noodle arm?
Yeah, he's got a rag arm. What's wrong with that? Ed's got a rag arm. Tell him about the rag arm, man.
I don't have a great arm. No, I'll be honest about that. This one has Penix 13 to the Rams, and
that's what I mean.
JJ McCarthy 20 to the Vikings.
I wouldn't want him either.
He's not an NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy.
I've seen mock drafts of JJ McCarthy going like 7th, like Atlanta taking him like 7th. It's like, what are you doing? So I feel like it's very rare where there's like a Cam Newton, an Andrew Luck, Trevor Lawrence, where it's like these guys are like legit number one.
Well, I mean, up until like 3 weeks ago, that was it with Caleb Williams.
Yeah, but like he's been bad kind of the whole year. He was so good against Notre Dame last year, where it's like this guy's unbelievable.
That was a great game.
Yeah. But where they just like every time I thought he was going to get sacked like 17 times that game. I don't know if they got him once. Like he just spun out of there. But like it's all like the extra stuff with Caleb Williams that gives me the.
You don't like him in the Subway commercial?
You don't like that he cried?
I don't like that he.
You don't like that he goes home and calls the mom?
I don't like anything about him. Basically.
You know what? I don't like that either. Fuck him.
Yeah.
So who's next? Drake May?
No,
but can't have 2 UNC guys. Fuck him.
Yeah. Damn, their season's over. They got to wait for the bowl game. That's it, which I assume he won't play.
They played UCLA last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is their schedule is always a little weird because how they do Notre Dame because they refuse to come to South Bend in the cold. So when it's in Notre Dame,
is that true or is that
100% true? It's
gotta be.
They've been.
You think it's true or folklore?
When Notre Dame plays at USC, it's their last game of the year. When it's in South Bend, it's always in mid-October because they won't play in the cold because they're pussies.
They had a fucking brutal second half.
They
started 6-0, but they didn't play anyone.
They got killed by UCLA last week.
Yeah, they beat Arizona. That's a good win.
Yeah, but that was kind of before Arizona really
started humming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Besides that, it was San Jose State, Nevada. Stanford, Arizona State, Colorado, and Arizona. They started 6-0.
Yeah.
Then Notre Dame
6-4,
7-5.
7-5.
Now they're they lost to Notre Dame. Utah beat Cal.
Notre Dame beat the
barely.
shit out of them too.
Yeah.
And Notre Dame's not good.
Yeah, so they were always pretty bad the whole way.
Yeah.
Jesus, this is fucking bad. You want to know Colorado, Dave?
I don't think they've won a game in years.
Colorado's 4-7.
Yeah.
Started
2-0.
3-0.
3-0.
3-0. Who was their third win?
Colorado State.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was a
week.
tight game. Weren't they? They probably should have lost.
Yeah,
that
they were
game.
shit talking them. Yeah.
They
But
won
that
in
was a
double
game.
overtime.
That was a game where Hunter
I kind of
got
like
hurt,
that
though.
they got humbled a little bit. That was a little too much for me. He was a little too cocky.
I mean, it was
TCU
a great story to start the year.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
But it's
I don't
like,
think
dude,
he got cocky. I wouldn't say that.
It's
I would say like
his
everyone
kid
else.
did.
Sure. Okay. Fine.
People
kid
had
Jaws.
him. People had him going top 10
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Come on. We watch.
You know who he kind of reminds me of?
Who?
And I don't mean this as an insult. He kind of reminds me of Tyson Bagent, Shador.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like he
Cocky,
can run.
yeah.
He can run, but
Little-
not like
yeah,
he's not
not-
Fields. He's
right.
like he can scramble, extend plays. He's got a good arm, but not like crazy. He's accurate, but he's like a fine quarterback. But you're not building your team around Shador Sanders.
Fuck him.
Why so harsh, Dave? He didn't do nothing wrong. Come on,
He's
fucking
cocky.
It's Thanksgiving.
You got to back it up, man.
David, Thanksgiving tomorrow. Say something nice.
I am
before you
getting
wrap it
tired of
up.
Georgia though. I'd like to see them lose.
Oh.
Is this because of Ramsey?
No, I loved Ramsey. Ramsey was the fucking man. But like so here
I got a little bit of a non-sexual crush on Ramsey. He's pretty cool.
he's sweet.
He's pretty sweet, dude.
Dude, Dave, people listening don't know who Ramsey is. So
Yeah,
explain
Sydney's
the joke
boy-
before.
Sydney's
Sidney Wells'
boyfriend.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
He's
All right.
super good looking. He's super handsome, super personable.
And you
Super
just like
big
him?
SEC
Knows
fan.
ball.
Knows ball.
Here's my problem with Georgia. They're going to say, if they win the national title this year, they're going to say that this is the greatest team of all time because they've won 30 whatever in a row. And in my balls, I know that those Miami teams from 20 years ago and those USC teams from 20 years ago would wipe the floor with this Georgia team.
I agree.
But like they were just better. They had better players, better talent, but they've just won so many games in a row and everyone's like, oh, SEC. The SEC fucking stinks now. It's just the same as every other league. So like it's not like what Bama was going through, 10 years ago. So I don't want to have that argument forever that this is the greatest college football team ever when I know that they would get smoked by those teams from when I was a boy.
They're picking up and they're fucking pile driving everyone they play.
I'm trying to.
I don't like their quarterback either. I don't think he's very good.
It's pretty impressive, but I hear you.
But do
right.
you think that they're as good as those Miami and USC
No.
teams?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably
Exactly.
not.
Exactly.
But I think they're really good.
They're obviously good. But
I think college
don't. I'm
football
pretty
kinda
mad
stinks as a
about.
whole this year.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm.
Come on. How can you guys say that?
Not
It's like
not in terms of like quality of watching.
It's been
It's
wildly
yeah, it's
entertaining.
super
Alright.
fun.
But
I
like,
think
you
the
gotta
top
clarify
echelon.
that.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
top
yeah.
echelon is
yeah,
not.
it's down talent wise.
Yeah, but you can't argue parity. First year you
No,
get parity,
I'm
and
not
you're
saying
like,
it's
oh,
a
this
bad thing.
stinks.
I'm saying the teams just
Well,
the
then
best aren't as good.
Well, then I'm fine with
Clemson's
that.
down. Bam is down.
Then I'm fine with that because
Yeah.
I like these 8 teams.
OSU looked shaky to start the year.
OSU still looks shaky.
I
Yeah.
like these 8 teams. If there's chaos, I think this is good for college football.
Yeah.
USC stinks.
I think it's better when it's more open.
Auburn
It's-
blows.
Yeah.
Texas is good.
Yeah. OU's down. But
OU's
it's
down.
like I don't care who like the top teams are necessarily, but I just when you watch them, they're
13.
what?
OU's ranked like 13.
Dylan Gabriel fucking stinks too. OU's not.
I thought Missouri and LSU were not that good at teams. I thought they were like pretty good teams.
You guys like judge football based on like how
Eye
tough you
test.
think they are.
That's
like,
part of the equation, but no.
That-
But like you
definitely
should
goes
judge
into it.
eye test. You should judge them on who they beat and what their records are.
But I don't. But like,
I'm not grading on a scale to the rest of teams and like I'm
yeah,
so, like
it's a historical
Yeah.
scale.
But that's who they play.
I know kids are soft these days.
a bunch of fucking pussies.
No, but
tell them to go wipe up their pussies, then, and tell them bang bang, it's over. Happy
Lance,
Thanksgiving.
find me some 25-year-olds that want to talk some ball. These old miners.
I'm
just
talking
don't.
ball.
You want to go talk to Ramsey? I'll set you up with Ramsey.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. He's 28. He gets it.
You just like him because he's hairier than you do.
I did
Part of
ask
it.
him if he thought that this year's Georgia team, like compared to the other Georgia teams, he's like, that's not as good. So I appreciated that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we could wrap it up, Dave. Say something nice before we wrap it up about Thanksgiving.
Danny has a hairy pussy.
It's not hairy.
That's not nice.
It's not a pussy.
I can't.
Can we wrap it up because I got to pee.
Yeah, I've been waiting to piss.
I mean, all Dave had to say was something nice.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Eat your turkey, drink your Miller Lite. Go
That's all
Chicago.
Thanks,
teams.
Dave. Everybody, that's it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll be back next Monday. See you then.